Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
I'm Max.
I'm Hunter.
And I'm Emery.
And this is
Table Talk.
See, it's like you're a pro that you've been here all the time. Welcome, Max. We're so glad that you are here today. We're joined with our friend Max, who is in my small group at Fuel, which is super cool. So we're glad that you are here today. Right?
Yes.
You are an avid watcher of the Table Talk.
No, I'm not. Yeah,
No,
I watched
but
all
you
of
will
honest.
be.
Yes, I will be now.
And Hunter is with us running some of the ones and twos, and Emery running the ones and twos.
Yes.
Go
as
Hunter.
always.
I am on the ones, Emery is on the twos.
Emery's,
Yeah.
there it is. And so so how has Christmas been so far for you, Max?
Christmas has been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more days of school do you have left?
We have 2 days.
2 days.
Yep, we end on the 16th.
So you're done this week?
Yeah.
That's
last
Well,
week
this
of
video
school
will
this
go
year.
out next week, so that'll be different. You'll be on break when this video comes out.
Yay.
That'll be exciting. So that's cool. So do you have any fun Christmas traditions that you normally do?
We on Christmas Eve we watch a Christmas movie and then we eat appetizers.
Appetizers?
Yeah, like
Like what kind of appetizers?
like breadsticks, fried pickles. Which
Are
is
those
really-
good?
Yeah, they're really good. So they're
I
like
love fried pickles.
that are they have bread in them and they're really good. We also have mini
So you're-
pizzas.
It's just a breaded pickle,
Yeah, but it's really
like a cheese curd, but without the cheese. It's like a pickle. It's a pickle curd.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I'm calling them from now on.
Pickle curds.
They're no longer fried pickles. They're pickle curds.
It's pretty
Do you like-
self-explanatory.
Do you like them?
Fried pickles?
Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah.
Emery?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had them.
I have an important question.
I don't think I've ever had a pickle, or I've had a pickle before, but I don't think I've ever had a fried.
Emery has an important question.
Yes.
Zach, have you ever been to Fitz's in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten the fried pickles? Like-
No.
Have you ever
You
been to
have-
Buffalo Wild Wings?
I haven't lived. I'm sorry. I did get a root beer from there, a root beer float,
Have you ever been
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was so cool, and I wasn't paying attention at Fitz's. Right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention, and so I was sharing it with my wife, with Betsy, and I took the spoon
Uh-oh.
and just dug into it, not realizing that it was super full, and I spilled half of it on my table.
Have you ever gone to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh yeah, so good.
That's one of their appetizers. You can order fried pickles.
They are pretty good.
I don't know. I guess when I see fried pickle, I just am like, why do I want a pickle with just bread? Pickles on bread are great if they have, a hamburger and cheese and all the other stuff with it.
So,
Anyway.
hold on. To all the fried pickle people, do you like fried pickle spears, chips, or just a whole pickle?
Chips.
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 Can you?
I didn't even know you could
fry
you
a
fried
whole-
other pickles.
Well, they can
There's
cut
just chips.
spears, in the fours.
That's too much.
They're like
try
French
this.
fries.
That's too much pickle.
Christmas tradition to talking about fried
Because
pickles.
This is your
talked
tradition.
About Christmas. You were talking about Christmas traditions, and you said appetizers like breadstick and fried pickles. So you do that. You watch a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So that's your big tradition, and then you open presents on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
On Christmas Eve, we open so that's when we get our Christmas movie,
Okay.
and so we get a matching set of pajamas.
Nice.
And
Closer to the mic,
candy or chocolate or something.
please. Okay.
It's pretty good.
That is fun.
Mhm.
I like that tradition. That's pretty cool.
You should take it on.
I should take it on.
Yes.
Okay. Normally I'm busy on Christmas Eve,
What doing what?
making sure that we get students to light candles for the Christmas Eve service. By the way,
I'll
you're
do
late to
that
serve, and you're going to be here on Sunday, or not Sunday, Christmas Eve, Saturday.
Saturday.
You should help us light candles.
I'm doing it.
Yay, go Max.
Yay, go me.
Anyway, you know what? We should play a Christmas game. Let's do it.
Let's play a Christmas game. So, Max, you said you watch a Christmas movie as part of your tradition, so I'm
Yeah.
going to assume that means you've seen at least multiple Christmas movies
Yes.
and not just one.
There you go.
All right, here's the game that we're playing. It's
I've
called
only seen one.
Home Sweet
Which
Home,
movie? Have you
Christmas
only seen-
edition.
All of them. No, I'm just kidding.
You said one. All of them is not one.
It's a mashup. It's like a YouTube mashup. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, here's how this game is gonna work. You're gonna be shown a famous house from a Christmas movie,
Oh no.
and
A
you're
house?
yeah
Oh, this
house,
is gonna be hard.
and you're gonna have to name it. I when looking through them, I went 100%, and I don't know if that means I've just watched too many movies,
Probably.
or
Probably.
yeah, that is
Same
No,
probably.
it
those.
may just
Okay.
be that you really love Christmas movies. I'm really bad.
What's the only
I
Christmas?
don't think I've watched an entire Christmas movie yet.
What?
I don't.
What is wrong with you?
Well,
Like-
we have 2 small kids that I don't know.
You mean
why.
this year, right?
Why?
Not like you
No,
haven't
we-
seen a whole Christmas movie ever.
No, I've seen it. No, like in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
Have you
Since
seen?
Thanksgiving.
Have you seen Home Alone?
Yeah, it's so good.
What about 2?
So good.
I don't watch 3, 4, or
3
5.
actually is not bad.
Have you watched Home Sweet Home Alone?
No.
It's
Let's watch this. Let's play this game.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's obviously a Charlie Brown Christmas.
It's Snoopy's house.
Oh,
Yeah.
they right away. It
Okay.
is a Charlie
That's so
Brown
easy.
Christmas.
I mean, it's blue in the movie.
No, what? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Snoopy's
Snoopy's
house is
house?
red.
Yeah, this Snoopy's
It's
house
red.
is blue in the movie.
No.
Yes, it is. I
We're
just
gonna have to
watched
watch it.
We'll be doing
Have to
some
watch
research.
it. Okay, here we go. Next
This
one.
this is probably the hardest one, I think. It's
What?
probably not the hardest one, but
Is it a movie?
Oh, that's
Die Hard.
isn't that Die Hard?
it is Die Hard.
I haven't seen it.
No, I'm just saying. I just like.
Oh, because we
Boom.
talked about it earlier.
Yeah, like there's like So I have Google TV, and it's like it's got movies like
Yeah.
things on top of it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so one
yeah.
of them was at the top of a skyscraper.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So
There
Makes
it is.
sense. Good job with your process of elimination.
One of
Nice, man.
the 3 categories of Christmas movie.
There it is.
Movies about Santa, movies about finding the Christmas spirit, and Die Hard.
There it is.
Next one.
That's
Oh,
obvious.
that's easy.
That's Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. You guys
Yeah.
got it.
Okay, you want to hear the really funny thing that it's a meme I saw about Home Alone,
Sure.
which is what in the world does Kevin's dad do that he can afford a home like that and to take that many people to France for Christmas?
Isn't he like a
And then to
lawyer?
go to Florida the next Christmas.
So the question, I don't know what he does, but the question is not what he does, but what does, because
wife?
in the movie, I noticed, because I watched this recently, it says that the family they're going to visit in Paris bought them all tickets to go see them.
Oh, the
It's-
family
it's
in
his brother.
Paris
It's
bought
his
them.
brother. Yeah, what's his brother
brothers.
do?
What's he do?
His
Wow.
brother. His brother is the president of Utah.
Is that a thing?
No.
Okay.
I was just
From
saying,
Paris.
funny.
France.
Next.
What?
Oh, okay.
Well, it's
Zach, it's in black and white.
black and white. I know, but that house looks different than.
Is
what
it
I was
It's a
imagining.
Wonderful
I'm
Life?
gonna say It's a Wonderful Life.
It is a wonderful
Yeah.
And
life.
also, that house looks bigger than what I remember.
It's
it being.
before they like renovate it.
It's a little
Oh,
creepy.
that's right. It's at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like when they first get married.
Yeah.
Man, that movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Just like
I
gets
haven't
you. Have you
watched
ever
that
seen
movie.
You need to go home tonight and watch it. It'll take like 3 hours, but it's worth it.
3-hour movie.
I
It's
don't know
a
if it's
wonderful
really that
life.
All right.
It's definitely 3 hours. Yeah.
Is
no.
it? It's pretty long.
It feels like 3 hours if it's not 3
And
hours.
it's not like 3 hour Marvel movie where you're like at the edge of your seat. It's slow dialogue. 3
Thanos.
hours.
He's gonna destroy the world. Oh wait, no. Thor cut off his head.
Here we go. Let's
Dude, spoilers. Okay.
Who
let's run
hasn't
through a
watched-
couple more here.
What?
Guys,
that's
guys,
Iron
guys,
Man.
it's Iron Man 3. We just talked about it.
Emery
Oh, yeah,
is
it may-
all over this. It
job,
is
Emery.
Iron Man
There it
3,
was.
It's just like, yeah.
Iron Man.
the classic Christmas movie of Iron Man 3.
My gut was like, is this some Christmas special with Mariah Carey?
Like that's
Oh,
Mariah
that's
Carey's
what
house?
It-
Christmas
exactly. It looks like
is
it'd
me.
It looks like it would be like, you know, I don't know, like somewhere where you film like a special.
Are we gonna have
It
any of the
does.
Santa Claus movies?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Let's see.
Next. Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2.
They're all over it. Lost in New York. Home Alone 2.
That
That-
movie's good.
That's
That movie's
his.
really good.
I like that one. The
I
second
like
one's
it a
pretty
lot.
good.
Which do you prefer, 1 or 2?
They're
One's
tied.
a classic, but in terms of like what Kevin does to those poor men,
Slapstick? They're not poor, they're thieves.
Why
They're
do you
trying-
think?
they're
Why
trying
do you
to
think
steal
they
from his house.
steal
I know.
things?
Well, in that one, they're trying to like hurt him actually, but like it's like next level insane. What
He
that
burns.
dude does.
He burns Marv's
I know.
head. No, Harry. Marv is the guy.
No,
who
he
gets hit in the
burns-
head with a brick.
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
he
he
does.
does.
So it's Christmas time, celebrating
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas.
You keep bringing up Santa Claus movie. You asked me
Yes.
before we started rolling. You asked me if I'd seen any other Christmas movies,
Mhm.
right, or the Santa Claus movies.
Yeah.
And I have. I've seen all of them. I have not watched the new show though.
I have.
I've Santa Clauses.
Yes.
Clauses.
It's where he has children.
Whoa, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
I don't-
So we talked about Santa Claus. So
Yes.
we're going to talk about Santa Claus.
But
Okay.
Saint Nicholas,
But
not
we're gonna,
Santa Claus.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Saint Nick. So at Christmas we celebrate. Ultimately, we celebrate that God came, that God the Son came to Earth, and that He brings in His new kingdom. And through His death and resurrection, we can celebrate that we have life. That Jesus comes to save us, and that He's with us, so we can be with Him, which is really cool. And then we have all these other things we celebrate. We have presents and ornaments and Christmas trees, and we have this big fat guy with a white beard that we put everywhere and make a big deal and have movies about and all these things.
Did Saint Nicholas he actually wear red clothes and was
No, he
chunky?
didn't. No, he didn't. So we're going to talk about this. So today's table talk topic is, who is
Saint Nicholas.
the person that Santa Claus is built from or based on? So here you go. We have to go back a long time ago. When do you think Saint Nick lived, Max?
The 2nd century.
Wow, that was a lot better of a guess than I guessed before I started researching it. I thought it was like going to be like 1400s.
No.
That's where I was kind of at. It's actually in the 300s. So you were really close.
Yeah.
Really close. So Saint Nick, he lived in what is now Turkey. Okay?
Turkey. So no wonder we eat turkey for Thanksgiving.
I don't think it has any.
I mean Christmas.
I don't think that has anything to do with
Yes, it
anything.
is.
But I'm like your association there. But he lived in what is now Turkey around 300 AD, which is pretty cool. Here's my resources for today. I got this from the Vatican News,
At least you didn't get it
a
from.
Catholic publication,
Oh.
and from Encyclopedia Britannica.
At least you
As
didn't-
much as I could get because you have to pay for the rest of it.
Stop interrupting me.
You're interrupting me. I was talking about my stuff.
At least you didn't get Wikipedia. Tip for the kids: don't look up things on Wikipedia. You can't trust it.
I use Wikipedia often.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not gonna lie.
It's sometimes reliable.
We
It
can't.
is sometimes. wrong.
Sometimes.
But the
we can't trust it.
here's the
Not
nice thing
anymore.
though, Wikipedia is actually a really great place to go down to the the
Oh
references,
yeah.
and then go to all those places because you can learn a lot of fun things from the actual
Not
stuff with
Wikipedia.
it.
Wikipedia isn't trustworthy.
Pause. Here we go. So those are the two sources for today. So that's what I did. So tradition says that he was from a really rich family. Yeah, really rich, but
that feels familiar.
but
Lots
his
of-
parents died.
Oh wow.
When he
that
was-
got dark fast.
I know it did when he was a young man.
When he was a young man, so 10 years old.
I don't know how old he was, but tradition says that his parents died when he was a young man. He was a young man, and so so this is what he did. He remembered this. He was a devout Christian at that time as a kid, and he
Cool.
really cared a lot about Jesus. Even as a
Yeah,
kid, he
go
was raised that,
Jesus.
and he was obedient. That's what one of the little notes said. He was a really good dude.
Obedient.
And what's crazy is that when his parents died, tradition says that he gave all his money away to feed the poor, to heal the sick, and to take care of those who are defenseless.
Sounds like Santa Claus.
Kind of does, doesn't it? So he gave up all of his money, and he decided that he was going to become a priest.
I
Cool.
just want to intervene real quick and
Yes.
just say that we're talking about a man who comes from an extremely wealthy family, but both his parents die, who operates, from our legend, mostly at night and is dedicated to defending the defenseless. This
Not
is
Batman.
okay. I just wanted to clarify.
We're talking about Santa Claus and Saint Nicholas, but maybe that's where Batman came from too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Play Jones. No, he gets
Batman
lost.
is Santa Claus.
He is
Oh.
Santa.
You're right. That is exactly.
Okay, I just
No, I am Santa Claus.
I am Santa. Yes, so Santa Claus during Christmas time wears red, but during the rest of the year he wears black and dresses like a bat.
the Joker.
That's what it is.
He
Okay,
is
so there he is. He lives there. He loses his family, and so he sells everything, gives his money away for the poor. He ends up becoming a priest, and then he becomes a bishop, which is cool. And then here's what's crazy, is that because he follows Jesus, he actually gets thrown in prison and is most likely tortured by one of the Roman emperors.
That would hurt.
I know, isn't that nuts? So this guy, like, when you, like, anytime you think about Santa Claus, you think of this, like, fat guy, jolly dude, whatever. St. Nick was intense. Like, he gave away all his money. He did all these crazy things. He was tortured for the faith. Here's another thing, is that, which I think is really funny, is that he was at this council. Like, all these big, important people that were Christians came together to work out some really big, important things about who Jesus was and whether Jesus was really God, was Jesus made, all these different things. And so at this council, he said, no, Jesus is God. Jesus is God. He was not created. So the Council of Nicaea. So supposedly he was there, and he slapped this guy who was a heretic, who had
That's nice.
false teachings about the nature of God. And he slapped him. Isn't that funny?
Yes, I like him. Go Santa.
So St. Nick's intense. So here's the other thing. So here's where we get the idea that he's a defender of the weak. Couple stories.
Okay.
Number one.
I love stories.
Okay, so there's this guy. He has 3 daughters.
Okay.
They don't have that much money.
That's sad.
It is sad. And so since they don't have that much money, he's worried about what he's going to do with these girls, because now they're getting older. They're young ladies getting ready to be. They're at the age where they could get married in that
Two
culture.
old men that are like
Okay.
40.
Oh, maybe you're adding details in it that doesn't necessarily matter at the time. But he can't afford. So back then you had to have a dowry. You had to have some type of money that you could do. That you would give the groom who would be taking your daughter, which doesn't make sense to me and seems really wrong.
I feel like
But they would do that.
groom
But
would
this
give you
guy,
money.
you'd think so, right? So
Yeah.
that's where I just am confused by this. But basically, he didn't have any money. He couldn't do anything. So he was afraid he was going to have to send his girls out into the world, and they'd have to live on the streets. Oof. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
So what St. Nick did is that at night,
Because he's creepy.
no, he's a good dude. At night, so nobody would know. He came in. He went.
Because he's Batman.
He went
Breaking and entering.
to this window and threw bags of money in, so the dad could afford to make sure that his oldest daughter was married. And then St. Nick did it again on another night for the second daughter, and then he did it again the third night for the youngest daughter. And it was the third night that the dad caught him and was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Don't tell anybody I did this, but I'm helping you out." That's crazy. He saved these girls from having to be like homelessness and live a horrible lifestyle being a street kid. Isn't that crazy?
So what we're saying is that he opened the window and threw a bunch of coins in.
Yeah.
So he threw a bunch
Cool.
of nickels at people.
It was probably in a bag. It probably
Bad, but he's throwing money in order to save somebody. He's like giving this gift in order to save something. It gets better. Another story of St. Nick, which I think is crazy, is that there were these 3 young guys.
Cool.
This is my favorite
3
Saint
young
Nick
guys,
story.
okay? And they're going around and they stay at this like inn or something, and the innkeeper decides to rob them and he kills them.
Oh my
Whoa.
goodness.
And then to try to dispose of the body, he puts them in barrels with some type of like salt brine type thing. And St. Nicholas is like walking by one day, and he's going to stay, and he has this vision of like these people that were just killed right here. And he prays, and God brings him back to life.
Whoa.
And the guy is in trouble, the
Ha.
bad man. So that's like this traditional story that is told about St. Nick.
I've never heard that.
This dude's intense, man. This guy's awesome.
This bad innkeeper killed these poor innocent men. Please bring them back.
And he steps in to bring justice.
He does.
To
He
the
steps in.
people.
Because
He's
he
Batman.
is Batman.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. So all these stories and tons of other stories led to this idea of giving St. Nicholas this reputation of being generous and kind to kids who were in need and to those who were defenseless. He really cared about them. And there's tons of stories about that. And so what's cool about this guy is he did all of this because he believed in Jesus, because he followed Jesus.
Go Jesus.
I know. He wanted to actually do things for him, and he did all these crazy things. And so he was a leader in the church. He helped other people. He asked God to do crazy miracles, and they did, and God did them according to the tradition, which is super cool. So here's what's crazy. So all this like hype about Saint Nick is like for about 1,000 years, and then nobody wants to talk about him anymore.
Saint Nicholas.
Nobody wants to
Better
talk
than
about him.
Santa, because
No.
he's Batman.
But no, yes, but nobody wants to talk about him except in the place called Holland in the Netherlands, and they call him. They kind of tie him in. They tie some of his stories to some of the like Northern European stories, like from Norway and stuff like that, and they call Saint Nicholas Sinterklaas.
Santa Claus.
Sinterklaas.
I'm
Claus.
warm. These lights are warm.
Dude, focus. Sinterklaas.
Okay.
And then guess what? Guess where those people in the Netherlands moved to?
Here.
They did. They moved to New Amsterdam, which is now called New York City.
Wait, I have a question.
And they brought that tradition with them, and that's why then English speakers took Santa Claus into Santa Claus.
Why do
And
we
so all these traditions kind of came out of it. But it's all based on this dude who's a real guy who lived a real long time ago, who kicked butt for Jesus, basically.
Yeah. Wait, why do we call Santa Claus? Why do we say his name is Kris Kringle?
You know what? I don't know that off the top of my
You
head.
need to study that.
I didn't have time. We already went long. We've already talked about a lot of stuff. It's a good question. Research it and let me know.
Okay.
We'll do Table Talks Part 2.
Yeah.
Santa Edition.
Yes.
I think Kris Kringle is just another name for this story. For
Saint
him.
Nicholas.
I think is what it is. Because in
Saint
different
Nicholas.
cultures, they had different names. Hunter's looking it up right now for us. Which is cool. Emery, have you heard any of those stories before?
No, not really.
No.
No.
So, like, when you think about it, like, Santa Claus is a lame story that we have settled for a lame story about a really cool dude
Yeah.
who maybe
No.
is where Batman came from.
He is
In-
Batman. He's not where Batman came from. He is Batman.
In case for the Kris Kringle question, it comes out of like German roots of like Chris shortened for like from Christ and Kringle shortened from German word for child, so it's Christ child.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's
more
Germany
about
is so
Jesus.
influential.
It is more about Jesus.
It's not really about Santa Claus.
No.
So they
Zach.
they took that name. Well, that's
Zach.
not
Did.
cool.
No.
That's not cool at all.
Zach.
But yeah, so St. Nick. So when you see Santa Claus, be like, dude, no. Let's get to the real story,
Batman.
which is about St. Nick, who is a Christmas Batman. No, who is somebody who loved Jesus and who gave to the poor, who was a defender of the weak, who fought for justice, I guess. So yes,
I will
he was
forever
a
know
Christian
Santa
Batman
Claus.
who lived in the 300s AD.
I will forever know Saint Nicholas as Batman. Santa Claus is Batman.
He's
Who's
Chris-
revealed, folks.
He's Christian Batman
He's
though.
Christian Batman.
Christian Bale.
He doesn't
I
beat
don't know.
people up.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Isn't that a pretty cool thing? I think it's pretty fascinating, really, because normally you just don't think about it. Like when I was growing up, I never knew. I knew that we had a book about Saint Nicholas, about him, where it like came from, but I don't remember any of these like killer awesome stories.
There's this creepy thing. Like, if you listen to the I don't remember which one it is. It's like, he sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows where you're awake. So basically what we're saying is Santa Claus is a stalker.
Yes.
So is Batman.
So
Thank
is
you
Batman.
for ending this conversation on that note.
You're welcome. I just had to say it.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So yeah, that's what I got for today. We wanted to talk about Saint Nicholas. What are your thoughts, Hunter, on Saint Nick?
I also recently learned more about Saint Nick from a series of YouTube rabbit holes that I got down that did my own research.
Cool.
But I do think my favorite story is the story of the resurrected Pickle Boys.
Yeah.
That's a personal favorite that I don't understand. Like you said, I don't understand why these stories don't get told because they're cool.
Like
know,
we
they
tell
are.
we tell the story of this old guy enslaving like elves
I know, right?
and then forcing them to make toys.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's true. What a horrible. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's sad that a person who really loved Jesus and who sought to live like him
We make
got
him.
reduced to somebody who just creepily was used to make children obey their parents. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks, Emery, for running the ones and twos. Thank you, Hunter, for doing that. Appreciate it. Thanks, Max, for being here. Hopefully you'll come back again another
Yes.
time.
Part
That's
2,
cool.
where we
That's
talk
cool.
about who Batman really is.
There it is. So make sure you
Stay tuned.
stay tuned. Make sure you leave us a comment. Hit
Subs-
that like button.
Subscribe.
Ring that bell, and make sure you subscribe to our channel.
You should have let me
Boom.
do it. They
Boom.
would do it. I'm
Got
younger.
it.
They'll be
What?
more influenced by my awesome looks.
Okay. And on that note, this has been Table Talk.